Jack Hamilton stared down at Boston's young hero, Tony Conigliaro. At 8:42, he pitched to him, and in a sickening moment, turned the hero into a hospital case, to whom baseball might just be something in a scrapbook that he might not even be able to read. For agonizing months, the sight of Conigliaro's injured eye was forced into furry focus by a blood clot and a subsequent cyst. His uniform still hung in a Fenway Park locker, but the best bet seemed to be that their next home would be not among baseballs, but among mothballs. Last fall, Boston's clubhouse crackled with the lightning of destiny, and players like Carl Yastrzemski hammered out exciting thunder. This fall, it was a quiet place for musing on the vagaries of fate. Fate was still frowning at spring training time, and Tony didn't try again till season's end, after a summer in which he had a brief try at a singing career. The resort ad gaiety of his T-shirt was more a banner of defiance than a barometer of the mood in which, before a solitary practice session, he sorted a stack of mail containing more sympathy notes than a 23-year-old boy ought to need.
All winter, I felt that there was a possibility I wouldn't make it back, so I tried singing. I went into a few nightclubs here in the area, and I tried to keep busy. What I'm planning on doing now is to see if I can make it as a hitter. At the same time, I want to be a pitcher, just in case I don't make it as a hitter. So my workouts, therefore, are very difficult. It's difficult for me to pitch for a half hour, and then hit for a half hour, and then run, and do all the things that both a hitter and a pitcher has to do. I've had 6 broken bones in the big leagues, but I've never been hit the way I was hit on August 18th. I go through it every once in a while thinking exactly what happened, and it was just really painful. But I told myself, and I had to talk to myself all winter, say to myself, if you're afraid of that baseball, don't bother hitting.
Now in Florida's instructional league, the rebuilding of Tony C continues. The pitching routine protects Tony from the final confrontation with the Tony of August 17th, 1967. The effort is not unrealistic, since he was originally scouted by the Yankees as a high school pitcher. In Florida, he has looked fitfully good, but lost his first 2 starts and had trouble in his third because of his own fielding lapse. But he has shown enough to encourage the Boston management. Chief instructor Billy Gardner. Do you think that Tony would rather be a pitcher or an outfielder?
Right now, Woody, he likes the idea of pitching, but I think he should stay in the outfield.
Do you think that he has left over any shadow of nervousness from what happened to him?
No, he's played in the last 4 or 5 games here, Woody, and he stood in at the plate real well. He's been hitting the ball, and this is a good sign. He hasn't been flinching or nothing. I think myself that he'll be the right fielder for Boston this year. And the way he's been working down here, he's been working hard, and it shows that he wants to get back and play.
Standing in his old right field spot, Tony is more comfortable and has the outfielder's Olympian view. But he is not too far away to miss an icy reminder of his own dark day. When he comes to bat, everyone looks for the awkwardness of fear, but he resolutely closes the inner eye of imagination and takes his cuts in determined style.
I hit a line drive my very first time up, and then I hit the ball hard my next time up, and I'm seeing the ball better. I don't know whether it's because my eyesight has improved or whether it's because I feel like, well, I don't have to hit the ball. I'm a pitcher, so I'm more loose up at the plate, and therefore I'm hitting the ball harder. But I would say it looks much better than it did 2 months ago. My main problem is picking up the spin on the ball. I used to pick up the spin maybe 10 feet out from home plate, and now I see the spin about 5 feet out. So therefore my swing is different now. It's a short, quick swing. But I see the ball much better on a cloudy day. A day like today, the sun bothers me.
Now, you're a young fellow who you were on top of the world, and you had a disaster, and you look like coming back from it. Do you feel a lot older because of what happened?
One of the young ball players, 21 years old, he looked at me and he said, boy, he says, you're my idol. And I didn't know what to say to him. And I said, well, thanks a lot, you know, and now I'm working with these kids, and they're asking me a million questions, and it feels good to help them out, but I'm not that much older. I just had the opportunity to play in the big leagues at 19 years old.
Conigliaro is young for the philosophy which fate has literally hammered into his head, But baseball is a game where 23-year-olds can be the boyhood idols of teenagers and the teachers of those turned only 21. The game's youngest grand old man plays his new role well. Tony Conigliaro went in one pitch from the bright wedge-shaped world of the diamond to the dark, narrow world of a hospital bed. Now, starting a second baseball life, he is happy for small blessings, hoping for big ones. This is Heywood Hale Broun in Sarasota.